Good morning, campers. It is 5:30 in the morning. We're on a road trip this morning, a 2-hour and 10-minute trek to pretty much the Pennsylvania-Maryland border for a furnace-only job. I go where the wind takes me, so it is what it is. Beautiful pitch black morning so far for HVAC, and we'll catch you back later. Alright, this is what I walked into today. That's a dog leash holding up the exhaust. So this should be a fun one today. Yeah. It's gonna be an adventure. So I don't think we were the first company out here. This is all new shore tape, which the roll is right there. The door was off of this. It looks like this is a new coil that was placed on here, and the drain looks like it was just put back and retrofitted back on here. The gas is in pretty rough condition, but we're gonna try to polish this turd as best we can. We are only doing the furnace today, and that is all that's in our scope of work. So we'll see how this plays out. All right, so I did the demo so far on this. There's some stuff we're gonna clean up. We're obviously, well, it's an economy install, so the price is the price, the materials are materials. We aren't gonna change the whole gas, but I did sand this part and clean it up, so knock the rust off at least. It doesn't look that terrible. I am going to replace from the gas cock down into the gas cock down into the new machine. Obviously this isn't it. We got to take this out. I'm just waiting for help getting this out. Again, I don't know what the deal with this coil is, but it looks like it was replaced recently, and it wasn't our company, so there's a silver lining there that we did not do this work. But I have the exhaust cut right there. I am going to add some plumber strap up there to, get rid of the dog leash. And we're going to put a switch in. This didn't have a shut-off switch. And try to fix that filter rack a little bit. But that's progress so far. All right, we got the new Bryant furnace in, the coil on. We're gonna fix that dreck up there. I'm gonna have to redo the condensate. There's no airflow there, it hangs over a little bit, but we're gonna make sure that that is nice and tidied up. And I'm gonna start electric and gas right now. So do you remember when I said we didn't install this and somebody else did? Well, Frankie Fix It must have did it. And we went to turn on the AC, and this is what we came out to when we checked the outdoor unit. Looks like they had fun brazing with that. The condenser is burnt. I don't know why there's two capacitors other than the Goodman gurgle. Maybe that's why. But this is grounded to the outside. No insulation. The disconnect's pulled off of the house, and the seal tight isn't long enough. We're trying to figure out if this thing even turns on. When you hit the contactor, it sounds like a dump truck full of hammers going down the road. It's ridiculous. We'll cut you back on once we figure this out. Well, we tried to polish this turd as best we could. Fix the ductwork a little bit, fix the tape. I did the exhaust, I did the gas, I did the low volt, put in a Bryant like I said. This was an economy build, so we, tried to spruce it up the best we could in the best way we could with the supplies we had. But we finished it. And I mean, it does look better than what it did, but it's basically a Frankenstein machine. So that concludes that install. Whoever did the initial work on the outdoor, it looks like the outdoor was salvaged and put in. I don't know, man. Like, I felt bad. Like I said, Greg and I polished that turd as best we could. Everything worked. Static was good. Everything like that. We, got rid of a lot of that shear tape that was on there and made it look as pretty as possible. I felt like, I don't know if we could have did more, but definitely, I'm new to the trade, but I would never leave somebody's home like that. And not only that, when I got there this morning, all the tape scraps and everything they took off of the machine was laying on the floor. So my guess is Fix-It Frank was there. It was a family friend who knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy, and did the work. And I guess the air handler, furnace, what have you, is getting fixed piece by piece. Hopefully they come to their senses and let us do the condenser, because, I mean, it's just that type of work is unacceptable. And wow, I mean, like I said, Greg and I did everything we can to leave that home better than what we found it, and I think we did. And that, what we did, I think, was all we could do in that instance. I mean, it was an economy install. I think, as far as that goes, I mean, our hands were kind of tied. But again, it was, I got to do a lot I did the entire demo. I did the exhaust. I did the low volt. I did the gas. Helped tidy up all the wiring and everything like that. So, am I confident I could do an indoor by myself? Yeah. Will it take me, probably longer than a seasoned tech? Absolutely. But I'm confident I can do that now. Obviously, I walked you through what we had to deal with today. But when it was all said and done, I think it looked better than what we found it. And everything worked. The customer was happy. And I guess that's all that matters in the end. But I have the day off tomorrow. We'll catch you on Friday. Have a good one.